gooses.
It might have been like all of our new production.
I know that Sweden is sending a lot because they make it, and
yeah.
But also like the new like M4 version that has like the one that's in base game Arma is the one that Ukraine is getting the most of.
Yeah.
Whereas we still have I think for some reason the Rangers still like the M3 because like I don't know, something it's too the command launch unit for the M4 is too heavy or whatever. Who knows?
Sounds like Marine logic.
Then again, the fucking Rangers make a big deal about carrying a fucking power saw to cut hard lines. You know? I'd hate to be that guy.
Seriously. I remember in one of the SOG memoirs or the memoirs I read, written by Plastic Man. Fuck, what was his name? He founded the Army Sniper School. He's a fucking legend. He was on RT California. Fuck, what was his name? Anyways, they had a mission where they actually successfully captured an NVA truck driver. And like during the mission prep and shit like that, they had one guy on the team carry a pair of bolt cutters just in case he was chained, just in case the target was chained to the steering wheel, because allegedly they often did that for their conscripts. They would just grab like random civilian villagers and make them fucking drive the trucks. And as soon as they realized,
if he was NVA, that's unlikely. NVA was typically like 17, 18-year-old school kids.
Yeah, diehard true believers. But their logistics core on the Ho Chi Minh Trail were often like people pressed in the service. But it turned out that there was no chain.
The slave labor was usually taken from like Cambodian and Laotian villages that like had no like were people forget the North Vietnam was a fundamentally like nationalist organization for communist.
Yeah, they are like the only true Nazbol nation out there.
Yeah.
I'm just repeating what was written in the book. But the dude, it turned out that there was no chain, so the guy carrying him like happily fucking chucked them into the bush. Like, fuck that shit, I don't want to carry those. And those are just bolt cutters. I can't imagine carrying.
What's this Leatherman thing doing here?
Like, I can't imagine fucking having to carry a fucking power saw into a like advanced light infantry unit. Fuck that.
There's like this really cringe ass video of them.
They're in global mobilization. Yeah, if you haven't read any of those SOG memoirs, I highly recommend them. They're fucking insane.
I was reading a book about Project Phoenix actually. Which I'm led to believe by how many resources were allocated and who was on the staff. The publicly disclosed reason for Project Phoenix is not really true.
Well, the Phoenix program was dragged through the mud by Congress, but I mean,
the reality is, so Phoenix had a program that was specifically designed to target U.S. military personnel that they believed. It had a sub-program that was basically targeting U.S. military personnel that they believed may have been politically active organizers upon returning.
I haven't heard about that. Mullins was pretty aggressive in asserting that it was essentially like a civilian, like a SIGI like organization meant to fortify South Vietnamese sympathies against the North Vietnamese.
It also had a program dedicated to local folkloric study.
Yeah,
which was
that's where you got
one of its most heavily funded. Like some of the most funding went to that, and that sub-department apparently had its own studies and observations group personnel attached to it.
I'm not surprised. Well, yeah, Mullins was one of them.
The theory is fucking cryptid hunting, basically, that I've seen.
Well, they were probably involved with one of the PSYOP campaigns where they would like fucking set up speakers in the jungle to play ghost noises.
That shit was tried once and basically failed immediately.
Yeah,
pretty much. I heard that the U.S. Marines got scared too.
They figured that like the North Vietnamese were uneducated, low IQ dirt worshippers who would hear those voices and immediately think it was real. And no, they're like, this is a fucking tape recorder. They know what that is.
There was actually
it worked at first.
There was precedent for it being a good idea because the CIA actually did successfully use local folklore to scare the fucking shit out of the locals.
Maybe it would work for the Viet Cong, but the NVA were like industrialized, educated people. They weren't gonna fall for that shit.
Well, the VC were the target of that because I believe it happened in country, not it wasn't a SOG operation.
Yeah.
The CIA had this fucking batshit insane initiative where they in the Philippines dealing with the local guerrillas in there, where they would take they would just fucking they would jump a guy out on patrol and drag him off into the jungle and then fucking exsanguinate him and leave his body out to be found. And it's like, holy fuck, the vampires are real.
Well, there's that like Bigfoot-esque cryptid they have there. I forget what it's called. It's not the Borneo ape, but it's the rock ape, I think.
Yeah. Well, the rock ape is real. It's an actual annoying bastard creature that they often would hunt.
But I mean, there's also like a 7 foot tall version of that.
What the fuck?
The idea that rock apes like started out definitely as like a different, like what we now know as rock apes were just like basically a macaque species, but there's like this other the rock ape also refers to sightings of these huge like walking simians that would occasionally also climb trees.
Is your buddy coming?
Let me ask.
Because for this to be successful, at least somebody's gonna have to take one of the fucking ATGMs.
I'll switch to Hat if he doesn't show. His wife, he's not coming.
Yay.
If you need me to, I'm Max. I can take Hat
It's
if you want me to.
Yeah, do that. Rifleman's pretty superfluous to this.
He's maximally longhoused today, apparently.
Gotcha. Okay. So, Sue, you're coming in?
Yeah.
Cool.
Sorry about that, I had to get up. Hello?
Get up. Stand up.
Get up for what?
Stand up and be counted.
Let me update my notes here.
Go ahead and move back to first squad.
Okay, first squad.
Machine gun's pretty essential too, so machine gun is always essential. So Spawn and Good take over those roles. I'll let you guys choose who gets the fun gun.
Okay.
That way the squads are a little bit more evenly distributed.
Alright. I'm rolling.
Dr. Soyberg.
Zay.
What?
Machine gunner and assistant.
Alright.
Oh shit.
Yeah, ammo bearer. Alright, are we waiting on anyone else? Is Herman fucking drunk again?
No, he doesn't get drunk anymore. He just, hangs around with his family, his friends. He's not he doesn't only play video games.
What a normie!
He should invite his family to. He should invite his family to play Arma 3.
That bastard
That would
Alex
go
didn't
well.
say he'd be missing.
But I thought that we were his family and friends. What the fuck?
You're just a big black thug.
So is this who we're rolling with?
Yeah, it seems to be the case. Yeah.
Got one job and I do that job. Heavy anti-tank. Let's go.
Alright. I believe that's everyone.
People on core are writing suicide notes.
Why?
I don't know. It's just like people are asking like, what's the quickest, most painless way to die?
What, did the bog strike again?
Ask ChatGPT. Draft a suicide note blaming my father.
Holy shit. Alright, this time we're going to do another fast rope insertion, and this time, for the love of God, people in the second helicopter, do not cut the fucking ropes as soon as they deploy. Please and thank you. Right. We all know our call signs, right? Command call sign is Falca. Zabel 1, Zabel 1, Zabel 2, Mua. That's how you say it, right? German man.
Move.
Muva. Okay.
Okay, and Muva is our air.
Yeah, is your bus driver. All right.
User left.
Rodeo. Mission.
Channel
Hello?
switched. User disconnected from your channel.
Oh boy. Yeah, I think Arma. Oh, okay, and Arma is working. Connecting failed? Wait, but the rest of them are in there. Everyone else is. There we go. Well, why? 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 Okay. Found not found. And probably gonna have to. Oh, okay, Maker needs to be updated. Tools. That's delicious. How I manage this. Different I'm doing today is
Connected.
text file. Oh, and there's another hazard page.
Insufficient permissions.
Oh.
Insufficient permissions.
Having a text file open that fucking bad. Fuck. Plus I've got
Channel switched. Insufficient permissions.
Okay.
Disconnected.
Was that?
Connected. Channel switched.
Of course, the moment that I'm gonna go DLC later. Now the game is running the code. I can't play without it.